Buenas, buenas. This is Camila Chavez. Welcome to my Arcadia desktop. I thought that in honor of our walk-in sessions done with Research Inquiry Group this semester, it would be nice if I gave you a small tour within one of my virtual worlds generated for my Image and IMD assignment. So, since last semester, I recognize an overarching theme for my thesis topic. So I decided to use this moment to ground it throughout the projects I've been working on as a way to look at it from different angles and take it apart and really digest it and get to the essence of it. In other words, I used these last few months to really polish my research skills and methodologies and find alternative ways of articulating my research question. And I'm really happy to see that this has been a fruitful decision by looking at the different outcomes achieved. To begin with, the project Shifting Sounds for Coding class was a great opportunity to work collaboratively with Agner Frederiksen, Charlotte Van Altven, and Matteo Pellegrini, where we did field research into the topic of sound extraction in the Netherlands, going to Texel and collecting sound samples and stories of the local chatters. Being such a valuable resource for the technological and construction industry, we developed an alternative ritualistic system of extraction and a corporate identity which narrates with a satirical tone this future scenario where this resource rapid disappearance makes it become a new currency for the market. Secondly, I would like to talk about my design project, the multi-pitch chamber. So Richard introduced us to the topic of the terrestrial by Bruno Latour, which was a quite challenging theme to grasp. And after doing some academic inquiries, I decided to connect it to rock climbing as a way of translating this complex entanglement of agents by means of a physical interaction. I also kept in mind the feedback from last semester and worked on the communicative aspect of my execution. And the outcome resulted in a playful invitation into falling under the spell of the sensuous. For the following, I have to admit I was quite intimidated by the first assignment from topography, in which we had to translate a chosen newspaper into web format. And honestly, I never felt completely comfortable using code as a medium of translation. But after choosing National Geographic, I proceeded to capture what would be the best way of reorganizing the archive. Since young, Nat Geo had shaped my notion of the world and gave me access to stories from faraway lands. So considering they departed from this geographical interest, I decided to use Google Maps Developer to distribute the articles based on their geolocation. As a result, the experience of reading became deeply linked to our notion of space and its localities, where one can literally visit the place read upon by using Google Street Views, for example. So really, coding surprised me by its practicality and alternative way of using data. And it will for sure be a way of approaching future projects. Finally, the video Domus done for Research Inquiry, I think is a perfect project to wrap up this semester. This work really became the culmination of previous experiments in which I mixed analog practices, such as the performance of making bread, with digital ones, like Unity as a tool for animating. In this manner, I finally gave voice to my thesis question, or at least a warm-up of it, and in which I narrated the story of both the microcosmic world of yeast and the macrocosmic world of habitat domestication, such as the case of wheat, which gave shape to our civilization. I would also like to add the need of looking for an internship on top of everything made this semester become a crucial moment into positioning myself within the artistic field of practice. And I'm happy to come to the realization of where I stand as a creative and what kind of stories I want to tell. So this is my artistic statement. I believe that by recognizing the influence and reciprocity of other bodies on what we perceive as real, we transform the sterile scenery of a mere stage for human activity into an animated environment of mutual effect. Thank you so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you on Wednesday.